Hi guys, Justin here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Deluge from Rain City Skills. This is the first bimetal yo-yo from Rain City Skills. Unfortunately, because of this colorway, you can't really get a clear picture, but it's got these inner metal rings here. The body is made out of 7075 aluminum. The rings inside are made of stainless steel. It feels comfortable in the hand. The finish is kind of a semi-gloss. Inside the cup here is a little lip up to a plateaued inner cup. I'm going to string this up with some Airetic strings, take it through a few tricks, and see how it performs. The music you're hearing in the background is by Timid. Check out his SoundCloud in the description below. The first thing you'll notice when you throw it down is it feels very smooth on the string. The Deluge feels like it's medium paced off the bat but can be pushed. I didn't feel any string rub and it still had quite a bit of spin left at the end. It feels ever so slightly on the heavier side when moving around. During Skin the Gerbil, it definitely feels a little bit heavier, but it moves and it moves quick. I didn't feel any friction with multiple strings in the gap, and it was very stable even when I try to fly through the trick. For a bouncy castle, it feels good to bounce. Sometimes it feels like it lands on the string a bit heavy, but it's ever so slight. On Calypso, the finish is a bit grippy, so you'll lose spin pretty quick if you hold onto it for too long. As you can see here, it did get away from me a bit. At a slight angle, the finger spin is okay for a short burst, but not long term. It will wobble like crazy when it gets parallel. Horizontal wasn't super easy, but it did seem relatively forgiving though. There were instances where I'd missed the string and I was able to quickly recover, but the window for recovery was pretty short. Here are my final thoughts on the Deluge from Rain City Skills. For the review, I'm going to do a numbering system from 1 to 7, and higher or lower doesn't necessarily mean better or worse in most scenarios, it just means different. So for spin time, I would say this is about a 6 out of 7. It definitely has that bimetal spin time. For stability, I would also give a 6. Based on the shape, it was better than I thought it would be. When trying to speed through some tricks, you do get some leaning, but it doesn't just fall right over. For the weight on the string, with 7 being very heavy and 1 being very light, and 4 being right in the middle, I would say this is about a 5. It feels slightly heavier than average on the string, but you wouldn't play this and think, oh, this is a heavy yo-yo. For gap width, with 1 being very snaggy and 7 being very slippy, I would say that this is a 4. It is right in the middle. I didn't have any snags, I didn't have any slips. It felt great. The response system worked exactly as I wanted it to all the time. For movability, with 1 being like no effort to move and 7 being that you really have to put some force into it, I would say that this is about a 5. You can certainly feel the momentum when changing directions, but it will move quickly. It just requires a tiny bit of effort to do so. For precision, with 1 being uncatchable because of the catch zone, and 7 being too wide and snagging on strings, I would say that this yo-yo falls right in the middle with a 4. The width is great, it's very catchable, and there's no problem hitting strings. In conclusion, the Deluge feels really smooth in the string, which I really enjoy. It does feel slightly on the heavier side, but that is pretty slight. The finish doesn't lend itself very well to grinds. It's nice and semi-gloss, it feels good, but it is a bit snaggy. The Deluge feels nicest to me when I don't try to push it too fast. When I play right below my maximum comfortable speed, I think this is where the Deluge really shines. That said, you can definitely push it faster if you want to. This is a great all-around throw. It didn't exactly connect with me, and I'm not entirely sure why. I really did like it. It checked off all the boxes for me, but something about it just didn't connect. Once again, it is a great throw. I think it just might not be to my preference. Those are my thoughts on the Deluge from Rain City Skills. Thanks for watching. See you next time.